Sue Bird asserts Paige Bueckers should get Caitlin Clark media coverage. WNBA superstars Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers have been compared so many times in their respective basketball journeys that one of the most common discussion topics surrounding them is that they shouldn't be getting compared as much as they have. While this is perhaps true, comparing players is an unavoidable reality of sports. And just because two players shouldn't be compared certainly doesn't mean that the comparisons won't continue. This is especially true, given that Clark and Bueckers play the same position, were consecutive #1 picks of their respective WNBA drafts, are likely to win WNBA Rookie of the Year awards. Clark won it in 2025, while Bueckers will likely win it this year, and both likely have long and prosperous careers ahead of them, so long as they both stay healthy. If there's one aspect of these two that isn't comparable right now, it's the amount of media coverage that they get. While Bueckers gets more coverage than just about every other WNBA player, the coverage that Clark gets exceeds it by multitudes. Sue Bird shares stance on Paige Bueckers' media coverage. WNBA legend Sue Bird is often seen as a voice of reason within women's basketball, as she's both highly respected and extremely intelligent. This is why comments she made about Bueckers' media coverage during an episode of her A Touch More podcast, which will be released on September 4th, but was clipped on social media on Wednesday, are turning heads. "I think Paige is really popular," Bird said. "What I would say that I'm noticing that's lacking, not just for Paige," whereas the more she then noted how the media coverage has increased from around 4 to 16% in recent years. "But everyone in the community wants it to be more. I think at times, when people say Paige should have more, that means Paige should be taking away from Caitlin. And it doesn't. Caitlin deserves everything she gets, and Paige deserves more." Bird added, "I think, specific to Paige, you might argue her popularity, and the people that are fans of her, has been underrated. Which shocks me, and I think people forgot how popular and how engaging Paige is, and how people are drawn to her. She should be followed and covered in a way that is similar to what we saw with Caitlin, because that's how popular she is." Bird continued, "And that's not to compare them, and that's not to diminish Caitlin. That's not what it's about. It's about talking about Paige." It will be interesting to see what the reaction to Bird's comments are.